Now we're
Oh,
live.
people wouldn't.
Halito.
Yake Janet.
Sio.
She's at a 4.
Stongo.
She said she's
Stongo.
at a 4 today.
Stongo.
Oh,
It's Che. The sky.
Madawaka.
Oshkin Yacha.
Kikadoos.
Kikidus. Halito. Sio. Gwena.
Kuramante.
Kunamante. Madawaka.
Mm.
Oh.
Kikidus. Kikidus.
King.
Oh.
Oh, shout out to Buck King. News 9.
Buck.
Storm Chase.
But you
Buck King, huh?
pronounce that right.
Yeah.
Emphasize. Just like
So, what we got going on today?
Where we at today, Darren?
we're at the Concho Respect Gym for their Buffalo Culture Day that's hosted by the prevention programs. And yeah, they're doing breakout sessions now. So we got some time to do the live. And then we'll bring on some special guests. I think some members of the Weatherford Native American Club will be on.
Right.
And we'll figure out who else. And Mingo's trying to take selfies while we're live.
Blue.
Mm.
So, what else we got going on today?
We're gonna have buffalo burgers.
Yeah, they're going to be burning some buffalo burgers. I think it's Marcos from DWP.
Oh, he can't cook.
So they'll be probably extra crispy.
He's from Calumet. He can cook.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why you know that, but
Oh. Yeah. Different story. Different.
We got time.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, we got all day.
well, I think it was a great idea that we come together for something like this. I think the weather stopped the Buffalo tour. I think that maybe even stopped some kids from coming.
Mm.
But it's the effort. You got to applaud the effort that 988 and Tradition Not Addiction, the prevention programs. You got to applaud the effort that they're willing to, just give these kids that are here, an opportunity to figure out something about buffaloes.
Yeah, that, and then they did grand
So-
entry. They started a round dance, and so they're already getting different tastes of cultures. I
Oh.
think their breakout sessions are regalia, and then language, stories about Buffalo.
So, and Riverside Color Guard made it in.
Yeah, Riverside came out.
Y'all got buffalo stories?
No.
It's one time in third grade. Nah.
Well, daycare.
Staying out with my cousin, and we was the only ones in the office that Monday morning. So,
Mm.
a lot of pain and heartache. A lot of embarrassment,
Yeah, a lot of trauma from
a lot of trauma from.
Mm.
trying to break that generational trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to.
Oh, you said somebody said no unsty huntedish. Y'all hate.
Oh, Unsty Huntedish.
My bad. My bad.
Huntedish.
I know.
Well, I couldn't see the screen. Usually it
Yeah.
goes across the bottom of the screen. So
Yeah. So,
my bad to the Wichitas.
my apologies.
Well, should we go ahead and jump into this reading?
Yeah, why not?
Scolding.
Which way are we gonna go? Who's gonna go first? And which way are we gonna go?
Where we going?
Whoever reads it,
Circle.
go first.
Oh, okay.
Mingo's
Oh,
got the
like-
wisest
oh, the after?
words. Yeah,
Oh, I mean, it's up to you. Just tell me when.
we just got to figure out what quote Mingo is gonna quote Tupac. with.
What Tupac
Yeah,
quote
I
are you
don't-
gonna
How does
drop
that
on us
relate
today?
to
I
this?
see
Knowledge
sister in-
bone.
I see sister in here. Keep your head up. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say keep your
All
head.
right, all right. Let's get this sage going. Yeah. November 8th. We're in the fall, so December 20 will be winter time.
December 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
2020 and 21st.
All right.
But we are in the fall, which is the black on the medicine wheel, is the adult stage.
We're facing the west, right?
Yep, facing the west. Today's reading is see how the boy is with his sister and the other ones of his home lodge, and you can know how the man will be with your daughter. Lakota proverb. Very early in our lives, we form beliefs, attitudes, expectations, and habits. We will live by these habits when we are older. The elders say to watch the boy with his sister if he is respectful and treats her good, then the odds that that's the way he will treat all women when he's older. Also, watch the young girl and how he treats her brother. For that will indicate what kind of woman she will be to her man. We need to teach our children to respect one another while they are young. The best way to teach them is to show respect for ourselves. Great Spirit, teach me to walk in prayer. Help keep my faith strong. Mm.
Madoo, madoo.
Oh, what comes to mind is, you know, I always see brothers and sisters whooping each other, but you know, with the drugs and alcohol, not every family. Like the other day, what was how alcohol is not for our traditional families. So that kind of reminds me of how me and my sister, uh, how we treated each other and growing up, being on our kind of our own. Our mom worked night shift and to take care of us. But I don't know, when I see other brothers treating their sisters bad or disrespectful, it kind of yeah, that is true. It's when they get older, it's gonna lead on to how they're gonna treat their women, how they're gonna treat their wife, their future wife, their future baby mama. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's very important to show them respect, and you got to show your respect to your spouse, to your loved ones, not just spouse, but siblings, your mom and your dad, man to man to woman to woman, sister to sister. Yeah. But I think just praying about it, and I know we always tease each other, and you know how brother and sister, you're it, tag you're it, oh, like oh, it's on now. But yeah, I think I remember one time my sister, we were fighting, and I tried to pick up the lamp and hit her with it, but I knew she was bigger than me, so I was like, man. But after that, I felt like, nah, I shouldn't have done that. Got shut down pretty quick.
Busted you up.
Yeah, she busted me up. That's a lesson learned. But
You don't
but
need more than a lamp.
oh, I took the light bulb off. I knew, like, no,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was still on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that said, other I can see how, like, as a boy, a young boy and a young girl, it kind of toughens them up too, but in a good way. Gets them prepared for the world. Because there's a lot of the world is not cool. It's disrespectful too. No matter how humble and nice we are, we always got to come to that conflict with others. But learning to pray and move on. Let's just for everybody out there, just keep praying and be humble, respectful. Find your way to let out your vent. You're a counselor, or, whatever, sweat lodge, or even working out. So uh, that's what I got. So I'll pass the feather to
Madoo,
you, baby.
madoo, madoo. What came to mind to me was, coming from a matriarchal family. My grandma, my mom, and then I have four brothers and one sister. So I always say, I have nothing but brothers, but one just happens to think that she's a girl, and that's Drew. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
messed up. Yeah.
But it's my sister Marty. She was the only girl out of my mom's six kids. She was the only girl. And she was like the little mom. Like my mom had to be at work at 7, so she wasn't there to wake us up. So that was Marty's job. She took it upon herself. And if we didn't listen to her, she would call my mom and then be on the phone with my mom, and then we got to go there and answer, talk on the phone. But we called her Connie Chung. She was just always all up in the mix. But I love the hell out of my sister. I know for a fact my sister would do anything to help her brothers. You know what I mean? Like, and the good thing about her is she won't hold back no punches. Like, if you're tearing it, like my sister will be the one to tell you. Like I remember going in, I had to have a hand surgery, and it had been because of my drug use. I got my thumb all infected, and I thought I could go into this surgery without anybody knowing because I didn't want to tell them because man, I was gone. I was gone off my addiction, and my thumb, like I had to have like this emergency surgery, and they asked me for an emergency contact, and I gave them my sister's number. And I remember, thinking that nobody knew. Like I didn't want nobody to know, because I was like in a bad spot in my life. And whenever I woke up from this surgery, like my hand was hurting bad, and I started crying, like ooh, started because I didn't think, I thought I was by myself, and I hear my sister's voice. Are you crying? It's like I straightened up.
What you doing?
No,
What
she like giggles. She's like, "You're crying." But my sister, I'm very blessed that I have. Marty Baker, if you're out there listening, I love you like no other. Like only have one like true sister. I call a lot of my cousins my sisters, and I treat them as such. But my little sister Marty had to put up with me a good part of her life. So I'm very blessed in that way. I can imagine, all the guidance that she's like my doctor. She's a nurse, so like she's like literally like my doctor. Like
Mhm.
I could get like I could tell her what they told me at the doctor, and she's like, "Well, if I was you, I would do this," and it always seems to work out. You know what I mean? Like it works out better for me. Like when it comes to me taking my meds, or but I've been real fortunate. I feel like the way that we let her be who she needed to be to keep us in order. It was like I can see that happening for my daughters today. I need to let them be who they need to be, to help themselves. And there, like I said before, there's a time in my life where I had this thing in my head about what a woman was to me. I lost that respect for a little while. And luckily, through the 12 steps of AA, I've been able to find it again because I'm able to love and respect myself. So, therefore, I'm able to give that out into the world and receive it back. It's been a blessing. I'm glad I finally got to a place where, I can follow, I guess it would be like our Cheyenne protocol, like you always put a woman in their rightful place. You always, hold her, in that high standard that she belongs in because, for a long time, I lost respect, I didn't have myself in a safe area and around the right people. You always get to use the excuse you're a product of your environment. But at the same time, I knew better. Being from Thomas and having all my aunties, like I was surrounded by a community of women. So for me to go off somewhere and act like I don't know where I'm from, or to act like I wasn't raised right, or you know what I mean, like it didn't make no sense. So through sobriety, I've been able to find that respect again. I've been able to live the teachings that I was taught. Have the respect that I need to have for the women today. So, Mado.
Oh, I do.
I like that.
Oh.
Mm.
Honestly, 100 is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, my hair.
Give it to him. Go ahead, give it to him.
Oh.
All right. No, literally hearing and reading this morning literally brought me back to being in my house when when I still had my mom, the lady that took care of us after my family and my brothers and sisters after we lost our birth mom. She literally almost said these words to us like verbatim. It's like everything that you do, everything that I'm teaching you is so you can learn and respect who you're going to be with later on in your life, how you're going to how you act around your kids, how you act around your brothers, how you act around your sisters. Everything you do is going to be a reflection of how you're going to treat the people in your life from now on. And um it's even further to the point to where she had us, it was a point of action for us to make sure that we were praying for whoever our significant on in life. And because you never know what it is they're going through, you never know what situation they may be in, you never know how long it's going to take for them to find you. And if they're growing up in an area where they're around addiction or they're around abuse, whether it's physical, mental, or spiritual abuse, those are all things that you have no idea, because we're all led to whoever it is, whoever our significant other is going to be in our life. And you have to, if you're not praying for them, then you don't know if anybody else is. And so that was something she always instilled into us. And I remember everything that she taught us was always about having respect enough to understand that there's other people that are watching you, and that whatever you do, whether it's your kids later on in life, they're going to notice like how I'm treating my wife now. That's how my son's going to be with his wife. Whether or not we're teaching them, like hands on teaching them, or they're just watching from afar, they're going to notice things. They're going to see it. And I still see it. That's the way he acts sometimes with his sisters. Mello does, and vice versa. Like the way we're trying to teach the girls to grow up over time and to be able to respect what they have, and respect their elders, and understand that these are things you're going to have to learn, and just the different aspects of being able to not just love each other, but to respect each other and the environments that they're in. And for them to take that now and to learn it now, all it's going to do is grow over time. And I think that if we start, especially with the young ones, because we learn stuff new each day, every day, and different avenues of respect, different avenues of tradition, different avenues of culture, and we have to learn new respect and new things that we have to recognize every day. And I'm trying to teach my kids that way, so they can continue to learn that, hey, there's going to be a point in time where you're going to act like you know everything, because almost everybody in their life goes through that point. I was like, but you're going to have to understand. I was like, you're going to keep growing the rest of your life. I was like, there's never no mountaintop you're going to reach as far as knowledge goes. So, um, that's kind of resonated with me today as far as that goes. So those are my words for today.
It's pretty cool. I've never heard somebody say that they prayed for their future.
Yeah, that was literally like, she told us, she sat me and James down one day and she's like, you have no idea what your significant other's going through. There's somebody out there in the world that's meant for you,
Mm.
that creator's leading to you, that you're going towards. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their family is doing. You don't know if they're out there by themselves. You don't know if they're in a home that's full of addiction. You don't know if they're in a home that's full of abuse. Um, but their path is leading to you, and they're going to need prayer. And maybe they have nobody in their family that knows how to pray.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah.
they have no clue about what prayer is. Maybe they don't know who creator is. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't have a relationship with God yet. So it's your duty. It's your job to make sure that you're praying for them, because who else is? And then it doesn't stop. That's part of my prayer every day now. So I have to pray for my family, and my wife is included in that. And so it's just like, I remember that was like an eye-opening moment for me, because as a 9, 10, 11-year-old kid, that's the last thing you're thinking about.
Yeah.
And but like, there was, you know, there's a point in time where like we grew up really fast because we had to learn so much after losing our parents and being in the environment, with the foster care environment, the ICW environment, and learning how to be around. And hey, man, there's no one else that's going to be able to love us over time. When in turn, I never knew a greater love than the family that we ended up with. And so it's just amazing. And like I said, it was an eye opening moment to think about that. And so, yeah, that was a huge deal whenever it happened. Okay.
Oh,
Whenever you said you kept doing it, I thought I was like, dang, he's praying for his future spouse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She must not have been.
He needed let her.
See what happens when you don't pray.
Yeah.
My
My
lady.
wife knew what I was talking
See
about.
what you end up
My
with.
wounded lady.
You guys are making it bad.
My wounded lady.
Oh, you see how it goes? You see how it goes
Uh-huh. See?
Karen, if you're watching this.
now?
Hey, all the
Should have been praying, Karen.
Matter of fact, you better be praying right now.
Yeah.
In life.
Yo.
Oh, how it do.
Go ahead, Darren.
Yeah, so you know, growing up, I was, you know, the only child for 13 years, and so it's a lot different. Oh, of course, somebody's calling me right now.
Uh-uh.
You know, my relationship with my cousins and my friends were more like my brothers and sisters, and we would always try to like build each other up, support each other, and we're still close, you know, to this day. And I want to say all of us, all of my friend group, are in healthy relationships and everything, and I think that was from our foundation of you know, learning what respect was, what self-worth was, how to be, you know, cohesive, and you know, having a good strong relationship with each other has resulted in us having good strong relationships with our actual spouses now. And so it does affect, you know, how you're growing up and how you look at your relationships with other people. It'll definitely mold into how your big relationship is with your family that you're going to start, and you're going to pass on those values to the next ones. And so we're trying to, you know, teach our kids how to respect each other, but they'll be fighting all the time. So we're just waiting for them to slowly learn.
Toughen 'em up.
But they do care for each other a lot. That's for sure. If one cries, then it's not because the other one made him cry. Like, they have each other's backs instantly.
Mm.
And so that bond that they're growing, I think, will make them strong, and help them care for each other, and then eventually help them be good spouses, good mothers, and hopefully they can see an example of what a good relationship looks like, and not how, like, I want to say most of us probably learned what a bad one looks like
For
sure.
from our earlier upbringings. Because I knew, like, whenever my mom was going through addiction, I knew what a bad relationship looked like. And so you know, kids are smart. Like, they can see something is wrong,
Yeah, sense it.
yeah, and that's how they can shape what they're going to do differently. And I think you know, a lot of us have gone through that. And so you know, if it's a healthy relationship, your kids are going to embrace that. If it's unhealthy, I think they'll sense it and know that something's up and try to fix it. But the problem is they won't know what the solution is. They just know it's not that specific avenue of going about something. um, yeah, that's all I got.
Mado, Mado,
Uh,
Mado.
Dawaka. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's like you
Saying
you
good morning
say-
all day.
Hey, it's morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hungry.
Yeah.
How about?
Well, that was great. That was great. So are we doing announcements, or are we just gonna hold off?
I think we'll take a little break. Wait for
Take a little break.
wait for our
Restroom break.
princess and,
Smoke break.
some other
Yeah,
people.
we have some kids that are gonna be coming by the table
Yeah.
pretty soon, so we probably need to
Yeah, try to sell them some raffle tickets.
sell them some raffle
Yeah.
tickets.
Make some money for the Gore Clan. For the club.
So don't freak out if none of us are on there whenever they all come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna do another one, right?
yeah, we'll do probably a couple of them.
Do a couple more, have some kids on. Maybe just speak about a little bit about different topics.
Yeah, today I think a good topic would be what recovery has
So
done
wanna-
for their families.
There goes the famous Mary Yellow Man.
Raise the roof.
But thank you everybody for tuning in, and
Yeah, come to Concho.
yeah, come to Concho. Come check out the Buffalo Day. I know they're gonna have a lot of food.
Yeah.
They were expecting quite a crowd, and I don't think, because of the weather, I think a lot of kids had to stay.
Yeah.
I think their trip got canceled. So
Just
Mm.
come, even if it's just for the food.
Yeah.
even if it's
come-
just for the food,
yeah, come.
I mean, come check it out.
We're not paying for it, so take as much.
Yeah,
Come take,
load up.
Yeah.
come take
Come
some
to-
selfies with Mingo.
Yeah, take selfies with Mingo.
Yeah, and the Gory Queen. Princess is here.
Yeah, Princess is gonna be on.
All Nations Rezcovery.
Yeah, we're gonna have the princess and a couple of her
her
classmates.
homies. Her homies coming on.
Yeah, the homies want to get on, so always exposure. The exposure that we need to give kids a voice too. I think that's very
Yeah.
so. With that, I would have to say,
OCO.
Yeah.
So yo,
Alito.
yo,
yo.
Asti Hunted. Aho.
Hey!